Global energy demand is skyrocketing. It's like the world's appetite for energy drinks, but instead of making us jittery, it's making things complicated. Emerging economies are growing, and people are demanding better living standards. This means more factories, more cars, more air conditioners, all guzzling energy. The problem is our traditional sources of energy, like fossil fuels, are finite and come with a hefty environmental price tag. Renewable energy sources like solar and wind power offer a glimmer of hope. They're cleaner and more sustainable, but scaling up their production and distribution is a massive undertaking. It requires huge investments in infrastructure, research and development, and that's where the battle for energy independence begins.
Let's be blunt. Energy dependence is a weakness. A country that depends on others for energy cannot compete in development with energy-independent countries. For Europe, this became especially acute in 2022. What happened in 2022? In February 2022, Putin attacked Ukraine and started a war in the center of Europe. Do you remember 1970? When OPEC imposed oil embargoes, it sent shockwaves through the global economy. Oil prices skyrocketed, economies sputtered, and countries realized the hard way that energy security couldn't be ignored. But let's get back to the present. In 2022, Russia was the main supplier of fossil energy resources to Europe. The war in Ukraine has exposed Europe's reliance on Russian gas, highlighting the vulnerability of depending on a single supplier, especially one with a history of using energy as a political weapon. Europe has realized that Putin is not a reliable partner. He even threatened to freeze Europe. So what should Europe do in this situation? The answer is to become energy independent. But Europe does not have such fossil fuel reserves. There is only one way out: to develop renewable energy.
In a few minutes, I will tell you about two miraculous projects that Europe is currently implementing. If you like my story, don't forget to like it at the end of the video, so we already know what made Europe accelerate its energy-independent projects. But these are not all the factors. There's a more dangerous challenge on the horizon, one that is taking over the world, and it is China. China has invested heavily in manufacturing and deploying solar panels, wind turbines, and crucially, lithium-ion batteries, the beating heart of electric vehicles and renewable energy storage. This dominance gives China significant leverage in the global energy landscape. It controls a large portion of the supply chain for key components, influencing prices and production. This has raised concerns in the West, particularly in the United States, which sees China's dominance as a potential threat to its economic and technological competitiveness. To counter China's growing influence, the United States and Europe have imposed import duties on Chinese-made solar panels and electric vehicles. These tariffs are designed to protect domestic industries and encourage homegrown production.
Section 4. Europe's solution. Thus, on May 18, 2022, the European Commission launched the historic REPowerEU package together with the unprecedented EU solar strategy, which marks a new dawn for European solar energy. The benefits of these packages include the following: a substantial increase in the 2030 solar energy target to 740 gigawatts, which means a 41% increase in the EU's solar ambitions. The new Rooftops Initiative, which proposes a commitment to install solar panels on all new public and commercial buildings by 2027 and on all new residential buildings by 2029. But there is another challenge in achieving this project. Increasing the number of panels means increasing the area they must occupy. These lands can be used in a different way. That's how the photovoltaic highway project came about. The first photovoltaic city has already become a reality in Europe. Bordeaux plans to install 7 hectares of photovoltaic canopies on one of its ring roads. The solution is simple and ingenious. Install solar panel canopies over the highways. This saves land because it is already occupied by the highway. In total, the project plans to cover an area of 40 square kilometers with panels. But this is not the only city in Europe that is implementing this project. It has been joined by Spain, which is already building photovoltaic highways. Germany is actively implementing various projects to integrate solar panels on highways in Italy and other countries. Now the second project is clean energy storage.
The global energy landscape is undergoing a seismic shift. Solar panels, like wind turbines, have a significant drawback. They work only when the conditions are right. At the same time, there are peak loads when the population consumes the most energy. How to get out of this situation? And here the second invention, called Atom H2, will help us. How does this technology work? A group of Spanish students from Elizabeth University invented a technology that can convert excess energy into hydrogen. In addition, it reliably stores it in a solid state. What is the essence of the invention? This technology makes it possible to convert excess renewable energy into hydrogen and store it safely using metal hydrides. It is based on a method in which hydrogen is stored in a solid state, reducing risks compared to other storage methods such as gaseous or liquid. For this invention, they were awarded the James Dyson Prize in 2024. Several companies have already started to mass produce this device. That's all for today. Thank you for staying with me. If you are interested, please subscribe to the channel. The development of the channel directly depends on this. Stay with me in the future. See you on this channel.